Ooh, so the Miss Universe International Pageant recently announced that they're now allowing married women and mothers to compete. This will take effect at the 72nd pageant in 2023. And to tell us what this will mean for Jamaica, I think we know, but we can talk about some other things too. National Director of the Miss Universe Jamaica organization, Mark Dermot. I haven't seen you in ages.
I see you though. I see you on TV. I never.
But we can't see you, talk to you and such. So how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you very
Excellent.
much.
And how is the Miss Universe Jamaica organization doing?
Fantastic.
How did you guys battle through COVID?
We battled, that's the word, but we learned some lessons and we are moving ahead better, stronger. We're happy that this year we're able to, have a show with a live audience. And let me tell you, the contestants are amazing.
Yes, we were talking.
20 ladies, total range of ethnicities, and I was telling you the beauty, the projects that they're doing, their career paths, their interests in terms of their advocacy, amazing. So we're really excited to showcase them to the world, the universe.
Double barrel question up front. Do you agree with what the international body is saying, and do you have to follow it or you choose to follow it?
To be honest with you, it isn't whether we agree or not. We are the franchise of a parent company, and therefore what their regulations stipulate,
so you have to
have to follow, yes. But I'll tell you, though, that we follow where we are aligned with our cultural norms and the laws of the land. So I'll say that, so in terms of any regulation.
So in other words, if they came up with something that you would either know for a fact that you can't do in Jamaica or you don't think you should do in Jamaica, you wouldn't.
We would just have to forego that portion.
But then that's contradictory, though, because you say anything them do, you have to do.
Yeah, in that sense. But, I mean, for example, if for example, countries have used women who were not born as women in their competition. That is not a cultural norm in Jamaica. And so that probably is something that would probably take more time to manifest itself in Jamaica. That's what I mean. So we have to look at Jamaica's cultural norms. We definitely have to look at the laws of Jamaica. And we're governed by those in alignment with the rules and regulations of the parent company. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I wonder why they would have instituted that as a rule in the first place.
Which one?
They no mothers, no.
Well,
wives.
The competition it's an old competition, and it was born in a time when there were a lot of other possibly contradictory things. And it's evolved because we're in a dynamic world, a dynamic situation. And if, as a pageant, you can't evolve, then what's the use? I mean, here in Jamaica, we have had to evolve in such a way that our focus is more a wellness program. Because let me tell you something, you go out in the society and a lot of young people are troubled, are suffering, and the pageant has to address that. It has to bring people in who, we can help them, put them on a path, give them growth and all of that stuff. And they too, by virtue of what they do, get out there and help people, but they can't help when they're themselves not
What's the criteria for the pageant? You have to be how old?
You have to be 18, older than 18, younger than 28. So between 18 to 28 years. At the time of staging.
And do you usually have interest? Would you typically have interest from people who say, boy, if I wasn't married, if I never have a... Yes, you have.
We have.
Can you have some really very good-looking wife and mother out there?
Indeed, and we've even 2 years ago, there was a young lady who had done an international pageant, and she got married, and she came by, and she was like, she's ready to go, and we were like, that stipulation, we have to adhere to that, so it couldn't work.
What was the original stipulation? Married? If you
unmarried.
Unmarried.
No children between 18 and 28.
So even if you had a child and you're, say, 22 and you had the child already and the child, you still couldn't.
Eligible for the competition.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So no, tell me the implications for us here, because now the field is wider open. You can get more diverse? I mean, you say it's diversity,
but
pros and cons of it.
Okay, one of the things that some of my colleagues a lot of my colleagues are still not for the new rules.
Is it?
Yes,
Why
because a
they,
lot of my
Mark?
colleagues feel that, you know, you can't, they say you can't be everything to you can't be everything to everyone. And therefore you have to have that standard whereby, okay, it's for these people, and then why not let's create something for these people, you know? But we look at it in the way that inclusivity is good, and, you know, whereby you're looking to make it more rounded, you're bringing in more mature. That's what we see, though, largely. A married person is more mature, has more responsibility, generally speaking.
Yes.
Generally speaking. And so they come with a different perspective.
Is Miss Universe a beauty pageant?
It's primarily a beauty pageant. We can't forget that.
Primarily?
Primarily,
So what
yes.
else is it?
Well, it's a platform for young women to really enhance lives and make change to their communities. One of the
And
platforms
you have to be
that-
smart, eh? You have to be smart.
They have to be smart. Well,
Not just beauty
that's
on
the
stage,
whole
But the
thing.
reason I asked you about beauty is exactly what Sim said, because you have some wonderfully looking married women and women who have had
But
children.
even that
So
has changed too. So when you look at
what has changed?
well, the standard of beauty in the world, you know.
Correct.
And so once when you had a standard of, okay, porcelain skin and Caucasian features and so on, that's not necessarily the standard.
Yeah.
And so the pageant itself has had to refocus
I'm so
based
glad.
on those lines.
So we have so many beautiful black queens with bald heads and
Absolutely.
Right. So it's more inclusive in that way.
In that way. So I think you have to give kudos to the Miss Universe organization because they understand change and they're always ready to adapt.
But as
to-
you said,
to
even
change.
here we get licks for what you just said. That
Yes.
every time as a Miss Jamaica, Miss Jamaica Universe is long hair and brown
That has
skin.
changed, though.
That's what I
That
said.
has changed.
Even here
Big
that
time.
used to happen.
Big time. Change.
So but that's good though.
Absolutely, and again, changing world.
Yeah.
So you have to change with what's happening externally. It can't be business as usual, and then this, especially, won't be business as usual because our recruitment process has to be different.
Yeah. Do you think the age range is going to change?
It didn't say it would, but I think it might.
Because 50 is the new 30.
Yeah, I
you know,
think it
man.
might. I think a
Okay.
lot of things will change.
Yeah.
You look, for example, at, you know, having pregnant women in swimsuits has to change. So we anticipate there's a meeting of the national directors in September with the management of the organization, and we anticipate that all clarity will come then in terms of how we move forward in this dispensation.
I realize you can't be all things to all people, but women can be everything they want to be. If they're 18 to 28 married and mothers, they can be Miss Universes too.
Yeah.
I agree. No problem with that.
I putting you in the competition. She's 27,
There you go.
and you know she has a child. We're going to prove say them cannot beat her.
We look forward to it.
None of them
We look
people
forward
can
to
beat
it.
her. None of them
Absolutely.
Can't beat her.
27 pad really make me know some dopes.
What are friends for,
I've been
Simone?
27 so many times.
I am no-
September 3, where's the
yes,
competition?
September 3, we're at the AC Kingston. AC Kingston is our home and official hotel and our premium partner, and we have to give them kudos because they've gone beyond and back, and we're
Yes.
just amazed at how wonderful they are. Have to big up the JTB as well as a sponsor, Datum Construction, Curves, Blue Mountain Bicycle Tour. These are our premier partners, and tickets are available at live.myplug.com. Or you can visit us at Miss Universe Jamaica for information as to ticket locations
Let
and
me
so
see.
on.
Dopes with a bad shoulder. Yeah, mount a lick.
Shoulder good, man. You're good in an
Man,
April.
let us see.
We should have
Thank you very
Mr.
much. Good to be
Universe
here.
Jamaica and have it open up to 70.
Well,
because, I mean,
that must be
the
me.
sky's the limit now,
Must
because
be
with
me,
this movement,
Pregnant and
even
no pregnant is me
centenarians.
that.
oops.
She does go from 27 to about 53.
Won't be drawn in that one. Thank you very much.
He's the National Director of the Miss Universe Jamaica organization, Mr. McDermott. Good to see you.
Thank you.